really make Ancient Aliens go further downhill is if, like, Giorgio Tsoukalos, like, got self-aware. Like, if he started, you know, acting out his own memes.
No, I'm not saying it was aliens, but really it was aliens.
Aliens made Bitcoin.
See, I can't imagine, and this may be just like my own naivety speaking, but like I always just sort of assumed that like after a certain point, every like dumb celebrity that we know primarily for being dumb gains like a level of self-awareness and just like accepts that this is who they've become. Now, again, maybe this
would be that the guy in that meme picture doesn't go on TV not realizing what he looks like.
Fair enough. But there's some people that doesn't apply to, like, I mean, Donald Trump.
Okay, yeah, true. Donald Trump definitely, but like I'm saying, like, all right. I never watched Jersey Shore, so I might just be talking out my ass here. I'm always doing that. But like I always just sort of assumed that like after 4 or so seasons of Jersey Shore, the guys in Jersey Shore were aware, but they were a joke, and were now just at that point just paid actors, just doing whatever they needed to keep being on TV.
Oh man, B, did you see that?
If that's true, that's just sort of a general assumption I take.
B, did you see that the Tumblr account that just overlays like drill tweets over random like Dark Souls images has started taking Donald Trump tweets?
That is perfect, actually.
Okay. So what it says underneath this is now accepting Donald Trump tweets because he has established himself as some kind of unintentional drill clone. Then it takes an image of like a dude from like Saw or something, and it just has underneath it, "Sorry, losers and haters, my IQ is one of the highest, and you all know it. Please don't feel so stupid or insecure. It's not your fault."
The amazing thing about Donald Trump is that he'll do an incredibly bad tweet. He'll do this all the time. I mean, he's Donald Trump. He can't not say incredibly bad things. That's like who he is.
Yeah.
In the very pit of his soul. But he never, ever, ever deletes them.
Yeah, somehow.
Yeah, no, he never, ever, ever. I delete tweets all the time. I'll just like have a typo in a tweet and be like,
he just doesn't know how.
Right, but like, he will never do that. So like at one point, some troll, and I will maintain this troll is actually a true hero, just sent him a picture of like that one famous serial murder couple, and said, "Hey, Donald Trump, can I get a retweet? My parents always wanted to be on your Twitter." And he retweeted it.
Oh my God.
He did a quote and everything, like being like, "Of course, anything for a fan." And then he found out that it was actually a photo of like this, you know, these horrible, horrible serial murderers. And got all pissy and did a big rant about how, see, this is the sort of people that trick people into doing bad things. But he never deleted his quote tweet. It's still there to this day.
Okay, this is the good one. This is the good one. As everybody knows, but the haters and losers refuse to acknowledge, I do not wear a wig. My hair may not be perfect, but it's mine.
Well, you know, I'm sure his toupee does belong to him.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, legally it is.
I do not believe that Donald Trump went into somebody's house and stole their toupee. I am willing to believe he probably bought it with money. There we go. Got him.
But what kind of money?
Trump dollars.
Bitcoin.
I've heard, and I don't know if this is true. It probably isn't, because it would just be it would be too nice to be true. I've heard that he's sunk so much money into his ridiculously ill-conceived presidential campaign that he absolutely has to go through with he absolutely has to see it through the bitter end now because he can't afford to back out, and that would be wonderful.
I hope. Like, I want to hope that that's true.
That's what I've heard.
On the one hand, that's hilarious. On the other hand, bankrupting Donald Trump has never stopped Donald Trump from coming back.
Yeah,
Fair enough. No,
he's being bankrupted so many times. There was, like, back when he pulled this ridiculous shit back in 2012, he actually, like, was on TV, and, like, somebody did an estimation of what his, like, net worth was. Like, I don't know who it was, some statistician,
yeah.
Whoever. And Donald Trump got super pissed off because he said he was worth way more than that. So he went on CNN and everything. So the CNN guy asked him, "So Donald Trump, what is your net worth?" And he said, "I'm not going to tell you, but it's high."
Well, being aware that in like his like frickin' taxes, he values his name at $3 billion.
That's a lot of money.
No,
So he pays taxes on his name?
I assume. But now I'm just looking at Drill tweets because that's a happier thing to do.
Drill is a good person. Drill is a wonderful, wonderful baby man.
And
There's no
if
such
nothing
thing as a
else-
baby animal. They are all adults from birth. So
Speak of the devil.
I will not close my account until the sport of golf is rightfully named golf ball, like all other ball sports.
That seems reasonable to
Do
me.
you remember when he was like
It's me again
deleting
from-
those pictures of Shadow the Hedgehog with like a grandmother face, just sort of like crudely photoshopped
Yeah.
on?
He tweeted like 50 of those. It was terrifying.
And like one of them, he just said, "I will not stop doing this until my daughter calls me."
It's me again from the internet. Admit that the Berenstain Bears are for adults, or I will strategically headbutt your father to death. I'm a reasonable man's son who thinks that putting a dash of venom into my favorite roast pork hoagie will make it spicy instead of killing me.
Well, depending on the poison, like if it's in sufficiently small doses, he could build an immunity to
Yeah,
it that way.
probably.
Well, it also depends on the poison, because some poisons you can do that with, and some poisons it just builds up in your system and you die.
Yeah. You want to pick your poison,
Yeah.
so to speak.
Oh, God damn
Yeah.
it! It closed behind me.
I think my goal in life is to start a football team. I think my goal in life is to start a football team named the Baseball Preferers, and our gimmick is to get as many penalties as possible.
I better have all 5 birds. This could be bad. No,
I also my toilet to the mailman every day.
Fuck!
My toilet's not good enough for the big important mailman, apparently. Mailman's a bad job anyway.
Oh man, Drill's magic.
A national treasure.
Oh God.
A twitteral treasure?
Yeah. An
No,
international
Did you
Drill
lose a bird?
transcends international bounders. Boundaries.
Boundaries.
It's
Drill's
late.
the best
I
thing
had a
to
long
come out of New
week.
Jersey.
Is he in New Jersey?
That is where his, like, I think it's the website that his Twitter links back to lists him as being from.
Oh, Wentz.co. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Let's see. Oh my God, one of them's still back there. Fuck.
No.
This is the part. Like, it would be bad enough if they just made you catch the stupid birds. The birds can get damaged, and it's fuck. I died.
It's not great. It's not
No.
great.
Have you heard that the bird
Wait,
is
the
the
birds
bird?
can get damaged?
The birds can get knocked off of you. If anything hits them but doesn't hit you, it'll just knock your birds off.
Yeah,
Like,
you'll
each of them-
lose the bird and have to track out where you lost it.
Like, this game is
Wow.
not
Even
fantastically
obvious.
programmed, which is why it's sort of quietly amazing that every bird has its own unique AI and collision detection.
Yeah, well, unique collision detection was probably not a good choice there.
I know.
But yeah, this is like, this is why you don't play.
I think
You say this is why you
I think
don't
I
play
can
this
count the
game?
good decisions in this game on one hand.
The music.
The music.
To be fair, there was not a lot of 3D game design to draw from, and also they were working with the Sega Genesis.
Yeah, this did come out.
So
in
really,
19
the problem is as much in the conception of the concept.
Yeah, like, and they're not the only ones. You know, it took people 20 years to realize that isometric platforming is shit.
Yeah, no, this
Yeah,
one's
that was
just, this
real-
one I'm willing to just
Like,
write off
Sega
as a
was
very...
doing bad isometric platformers all the way back to Congo Bongo, which was their Donkey Kong knockoff.
Huh? I never knew that.
I've never even heard of Congo Bongo before now, so I'm learning things
It's from 1983. It's on one of their, it's on Sonic's Ultimate Genesis Collection. It's an unlockable, and it's kind of garbage.
Which one's on the Ultimate Genesis Collection? That's
the PS3, Xbox 360 one that's huge.
Okay, cool.
Normally, I fancy myself a little bit of an arcade buff.
Congo Bongo, the monkey looks just like Donkey Kong.
Yeah, it's certainly no like Crazy Kong or Monkey Donkey, but it's still pretty blatant.
Manky Donkey.
Wait,
Monkey Donkey is the best name. Like You know, every popular arcade game had like at least one bootleg with a name so amazing you kind of wanted to play it, even though you knew it was garbage.
The best name ever given to a game ever, especially like as far as knockoff games go, is Hangly Man.
Yeah, Hangly Man. Hangly Man is the world champion of Pac-Man.
It's supposed to be Hungry Man, but like they didn't really know how English worked, and I'm very glad.
They transliterated it, so you know, either way it would be Hungry.
I don't know enough about like Japanese to actually like respond to that. Okay, cool. Yeah, these things.
But yeah, like you know, Hungry went from hungry to hangly. Yeah, Hangly
It reminds me of SNK games.
Oh man! Oh! Have you ever looked at the Xbox Live Arcade descriptions of SNK games? Are just as insane.
Wow! So they like it's been
Microsoft for some reason didn't tell them no, you can't put this on our store. Like there's just the Garo Mark of the Wolves description is completely illegible.
Yes.
Wait, what?
Oh man, it almost makes you want to get an Xbox.
Like that's where I picked up my copy of Garo Mark of the Wolves because I didn't have a Dreamcast when it was possible to get
Wait,
one.
I missed some context. What happened?
So SNK's English is legendary, and that's really the contract.
Obviously.
But the Xbox Live Arcade versions of their games often, like at least back when they ported Garo Mark of the Wolf to it, were completely like ridiculous, incomprehensible English. Like
I'm more than willing to believe that, like, you know, when you're doing stuff like the Xbox Live Arcade descriptions, you just make the intern do that. I'm willing to bet it was some 20-something who just looked at it, giggled himself half to death, and said, "Yeah, no, approved."
Like the reigning champion for amazing English on Xbox Live Arcade is Double Dragon 2: Wander of Dragon, but
Wander of Dragon.
SNK, yeah, Wander of Dragon.
What was it supposed to be?
Well, like I can't guess what that name was supposed to be.
The Dragon Wanderer.
Like the description is like this baffling statement about new upgrade of sexy 80s style.
That is. Hey, like
I
would say everybody on this call is at least smart enough to agree that the 80s had the best sexy style. I mean, let's not kid ourselves here.
Fair enough. But I gotta slip out. Fiance and mother-in-law want to watch bad movies.
Yeah, no,
I will.
That is a valid reason. You can stop watching bad video games to watch bad movies.
Which bad movies are these?
I think tonight we're watching Space Mutiny and Overdrawn at the Memory Bank.
Oh man, some classic MST.
Yes.
All right, well, have fun, morning.
So I will see you guys around.
Thanks for showing up. It's always a pleasure to have you.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Anytime.
Man, I gotta see if I can find that Garo Mark of the Wolves XP description.
Actually, like,
I'm still what is it? Like I still want to play the PSN version of Final Fantasy V just for Wyvern.
Oh yeah, Wyverns.
I'm gonna talk like about the game for just a second here, and I don't mean to like stop you guys or nothing, but like
yeah, good.
But like what's going on in this level is this level's like, as far as like labyrinth design goes, this is the absolute worst offender. It's basically completely.
So there's only 2 birds in this one.
No, I already put the other 3 in the ring because I didn't want them to fuck with them anymore.
Oh.
Because there's like 4 or 5 different ways you can go on this stage. It's terrible. This is bar none the worst stage in the game. Is this where I need to go? Yes, found it. Good. We're in business.
Okay, so I'm gonna read out this Garo Mark of the Wolves description.
Do it.
It is the latest title of the Fatal Fury series, Garo Mark of the Wolves, comes to Xbox Live with the new hero, Rock Howard, who is only son of Geese Howard and rose up by legendary wolf Terry Bogard. Story of the new wolves begins. No, wait, not begins, begin. It banned the traditional line system, but instead bring in the brand new systems such as Just Defend, Top In, and Breaking. It is not only system which renewed, but also all the characters are new. Comers only except Terry Bogard. Don't miss the extreme battle of wolves. This game requires the Xbox 360 hard drive for storage.
Well, at least they got the last bit right.
Yeah, that's like the standard bit that I think Microsoft wouldn't let them screw up.
I'm fairly certain they just like copy-pasted that from some other description.
Okay, I'm gonna see if I can
the
find
traditional
one of
line
the
system. What does that even mean?
It means the traditional line system is bullshit, so fuck it, we're abandoning that. We got our own new system, and it's way better than your stupid traditional line system.
The line system was the thing that SNK fighters did, where you would jump between background and foreground to show off that the Neo Geo knew how to sprite scale. Oh man, did it get delisted? That might explain why I can't find Double Dragon 2 Wander of the Dragon's description.
A lot of them, a lot of Xbox games have been delisted over the years, man. It's kind of sad.
Yeah, it very well could have, because it's beyond garbage, and also the rights to it just changed.
Wasn't something like that happened with River City, the GBA River City Ransom, where they did not have the rights to it at all, and they just made it anyways, and the guy who did have the rights to it just liked it, so he said, yeah, no, just let him go. I know, I've heard something about this.
What happened was that... Okay, so what happened was that the River City Ransom trademark fell out, like it fell out of trademark in the US.
Right.
So a fan went and registered it and was planning to make their own River City Ransom 2. Okay. Then, the remnants of Technos, now known, I believe, at the time as Millions, announced River City Ransom EX in partnership with, like, I don't remember what it's known as in Japan, but, you know, in partnership with Atlas in the US, where it was called River City Ransom EX. And it was just like, you know, I was just puttering around with ideas for River City Ransom 2. Like, there was no reason for me to stop this from happening just because I scooped up the trademark while it was dormant. So, like, he just let it go.
Oh, that was nice of him. Pretty cool guy.
Yeah. Like, he could have made hell about that and didn't, so...
Turns out some people are kind of nice sometimes.
Yeah.
That took way too long. Every stage of this game takes way too long. But I am still enjoying it because I am just basically bullshitting around on Skype with you guys while playing a bad video game.
Here's one for, what is it? King of Fighters 98.
Yeah, that one's probably impressive.
It's not as impressive as Mark of the Worlds, but there you go. The King of Fighters 98 Ultimate Match comes to Xbox Live, the fighting game KOF 98, which fascinates the many game fans all over the world, comes to Xbox Live with new battle system, deadly moves, and characters. It is time for you to experience what is so ultimate, and ultimate is in all caps.
What is so ultimate?
Yes.
Ultimate!
I approve of this.
Oh man, I remember this. Apparently at some point they actually did clean up the Wanderer of Dragon description to be less the worst thing you've ever read. It's still got typos in it, but it's no longer this baffling, like, mashup of sexy 80s style.
I don't see a problem with sexy 80s style.
That game is the worst, though. It's impressive. Like, it's one of the worst beat-em-ups I've ever played, and I play a lot of bad games and a lot of bad...
What is it? So the description, the quality of the description matched the quality of the game.
Yeah, no, it was exactly the description that it deserved.
Characters are undressed from 80s style.
Oh, you found it?
Undressed
Well,
from 80s style.
it doesn't have like the I don't think it has like the Wanderer of Dragon thing, but I mean,
Yeah.
But
Characters,
yeah, so
like,
here's the
what, does it have like
description.
a closed looting system?
Oh no, it's still Double Dragon 2, the Wanderer of Dragons.
Wanderer of Dragon.
One of the greatest side-scrolling action game is back. Action game, singular.
Action game.
Yeah, just the one.
Just the one.
Double Dragon 2 keeps the original story plot.
Story
While
plot.
making-
The original
while
story
making-
plot.
While making vast improvements on all other aspects of the game. Team up and take control of Jimmy and Billy, whose looks and actions are completely modernized. Battle through the newly drawn 3D stages. Oh no, they fixed it.
Yeah, okay. I'm looking at the original. This is a remake Double Dragon 2 80s game. The storyline takes same as original game story. However, the graphic, character, action system, etc. are changed. Also, we are including new stage and enemy in the game. The player will be addicted to the new version of Double Dragon 2. Also, characters are undressed from 80s style and recreate